Hello, Mike Feltenberger. We're going to do a racing recap of the action at the racetrack by the river, Shellhammer Dirt Track, for their April 30th night of racing. A nice, warm, sunny evening greeted the race fans, and the 104 race teams entered into the pit area for a night of racing at the racetrack by the river. Some fantastic racing, some spirited racing during the course of the 7 Class A mains. Give a brief description of some of the racing action, the insights in their races, as well as the top 5 finishers. First up was the Junior Slingshots. Taking the win in the 10S was E.J. Hatch. E.J. withstood some challenges from Miles Zenner early in the race and Haley Bernatowski at the end of the race, but he did grab the win in the 10S. Second was Haley Bernatowski in the 86H, finishing third Miles Zenner in the 68. Your fourth finisher was Gavin Wolf in the 23G. Good run for Gavin. And getting the 5th spot, coming from the 12th position to get 5th at the checker, the 41 of Nick Peters. Lap 3 seemed to be the downfall for 2 of the top running competitors, as Barry Seaman headed to the infield in the 55A on lap number 3, while running second. And Aubrey Romig took the 35A into the infield on lap number 3 while running 6th. So lap 3 was the downfall for 2 of the competitors that were going to be challengers later in the race. Next up was the 125 micros, and taking the win was Easton Miller in the 17E. Second, last week's feature winner, Steve Simmons, and your third place finisher was Dylan Yinkst. The surprising thing about that race was Dylan Yinkst had a nasty tumble over in turn 2. Driver was okay. They uprighted the car, restarted in the back, came back on strong to get a third place finish at the checker after 20 laps. Junior Sprints, 11 cars entered for the Junior Sprints. And on lap 7, your feature winner, Enzo Udicello, got by the early race leader, Carter Green, to take his second win of the season. Finishing second was the 15X of Braylon Morris, with Barrett Bressler in the 64B getting third. Andrew Ferriola in the 26 got the 4th place payout at the checker, and finishing 5th in the 45, Logan Shabelia. The Junior Sprints ran some fantastic laps on the 8th mile high banks, only having, I believe, 2 cautions, so some fantastic racing for the Junior Sprints, the new class added at Shellhammer for the 2025 season. Next up was the .600 micros. 600 micros had a little bit of a bad night, a lot of yellows, and former point champion Richie Hartman returned, put the 39 up into the front row starting spot, and proceeded to take the win on April the 30th. So Richie Hartman in the 39 grabbing the win. Second place going to Trevor Kobolars. Kobolars actually had to go to the rear, part of a early race tangle. Went to the rear, regrouped, came back for a strong second place finish after 25 laps. Third place finisher, Carter Koonsman. Carter staying strong within the top 5 most of the race, getting a good third place run after 25 laps. Adam Bouchel, last week's winner in the 10, getting the 4th position. And moving up from 6th to 5th was J.T. Bierman. Bierman finished 6th, but was 5th when 5th place finisher Brantley Flozak was light at the scale. Got to give the hard luck award of the night to Luke Hess. Luke was running in 2nd place with 1 lap to go, had contact with another competitor, spun out up in turn number 1, and was relegated to start in the rear. So rough night there of the last lap for Luke Hess, who was running 2nd in the 2L. Another hard luck went to Matt McAnally. Matt was a top 5 runner challenging for a top 3 spot late in the race, but pulled his number 37 into the infield on lap 15. 5th class on the Speedway was the Stage 1 Modifieds for 20 laps, and taking the win in the 25 was Brett Smith. Brett had to hold off all challenges by the 2024 Stage 1 champion, A.J. Gerhardt, but A.J. slotted in to get second at the finish. Dylan Hoke getting third in the 35, with Dakota George coming from the 8th spot to get fourth, and Tyler Hoke in the 50, getting the 5th position. Hard luck for this event was the 5-teen of Johnny Fugello, last week's feature winner. Didn't even get to see lap 2 as he pulled the 5-teen into the infield after just one lap completed. Sixth class on the Speedway was the 270 Micros, and a fantastic race for the 270 Micros. They had 18 cars entered, and taking the win was Dustin Roberts, who warded off all challenges by the second place finisher Clinton Hauser in the 22H. Adam Bushell in the 10, finishing third. Chris Dolan, last week's feature winner, got the 4th spot in the 16X, with Dylan Caroni in the 53, getting the 5th position. Rough start for the 72 of Matt Bangs. Matt caught a berm tire and took a nasty tumble in turn number 2 on lap 1. Went from the second turn, ended up in the middle of the backstretch facing the infield. He was all right. They turned the car back over. He continued on and finished the race. A spirited run for the 72 Matt Bangs after a lap 1 flip off of turn number 2. And your final A main of the evening, 25 laps for the All-Star Slingshots. And what a race it was. Taking the win in the Tess Horvath number 42H was Brett Bieber. That was Brett's second win of the year, winning the opener last week. But the story went to Haley Ero, your 2024 Junior Slingshot champion. She overtook Zach Gerber early in the race, was running rather well, getting through lap traffic pretty well, but a late caution closed the field back up. Heading into turn number 1, she got a little high, drifted up. Some racing room on the low side for Bieber. Actually ran side by side coming off of turn 2, but had enough power off the turn to get by her into 3 and powered off the turn 4 for the win in the Tess Horvath owned 42H. Fantastic run by Haley Ero, getting second. Third place, Zach Gerber in the 97Z. Fantastic run for Zach, getting a top 3 podium finish. Fourth spot going to the 36 of Jocelyn Dorensig. Jocelyn started 10th and really wasn't a factor in the race until about 10 laps to go, moving past a couple competitors along the way. There weren't many cautions in the All-Star Slingshot feature. 25 laps ran off rather quickly. And your fifth finisher was Lucas Pittenger. Lucas was high as 4th during the course of the run, but fell back in the later stages of the race, getting passed by Dorensig. But some fantastic racing for the All-Star Slingshots. Feature and the final checker was thrown at 10:14, so everybody will be returning back again next week, weather permitting, for May the 7th for another night of Wingless Wednesday racing at Shellhammer Dirt Track. So that is your April 30th recap of the racing action. Hope to see everybody at the Speedway next week. Please be safe, have a great day, and see you soon.